Hello and welcome to my Let's Play Star Trek Online on the PS4. I'm the Big B82 and this is part 5 of my Temporal Recruit 2021 TOS Tactical Officer. We're about to undertake the mission Tangled Webs, where we're going to go and face off against the Tholians. And, well, let's howl for the mission and see what happens.
Things are heating up with the Tholians. Monitor stations are detecting large fleet movements toward Federation space, and they're refusing all of our diplomatic hails. We're doing all we can to prevent a war, but it's not looking good. I want you to join a task force I'm assembling. If this goes south, I want my best people on the front line when it does.
Okay, so let's accept.
Stay safe out there.
We need to head to...
The Federation shouldn't be having significant issues with the Tholians at this point in time. I've been scanning the timeline and I think I've found the problem. 2 years ago, a Tholian colonial fleet was destroyed. The Tholians blamed the Federation, and increasing hostilities have ultimately led us here. This is something I'll need your help to correct.
Okay, well, great. But before we do...
I've pinpointed the incident in question, setting temporal transponder back 2 years. We need to correct the timeline during the Defiant's encounter with the Tholians.
Okay, we'll deal with that, Daniels. Captain's log, Stardate 2270.67. It looks likely that war with the Tholian Assembly is inevitable. We are to join the task force led by the USS Lexington and patrol the border. But clearly, it's not supposed to have happened. So let's begin. Tangled Webs. USS Defiant, of course, was lost time. Went back to the...
We've arrived in 2268, and not a moment too soon. The Nakul are clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem here.
We've got to convince them otherwise, Daniels.
We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Agreed. Put them on screen.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of warp. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
Sure thing, Captain. Let's save the Tholians while we still can.
This was Tholian colony.
See if you can take a little pressure off. We need to firm up our shields.
Alert, cooperation, attempt.
The aliens have disabled the Tholian flagship. She's in trouble.
You're not the only one in trouble.
Sir, if Nakul killed the Tholian, an entire Tholian bloodline will be wiped out.
Ship integrity compromised.
Enemy boarding parties are beaming to the Tholian flagship.
Destroy the aliens, except the Queen.
Estimated Tholian casualties are in the thousands.
Vengeance. Vengeance for the children.
Well, I am a utility cruiser. Not a warship. But we shall do our duty, as is a Federation captain's duty.
don't suppose you have any idea what's going on here. There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter.
It's classified, Captain. Starfleet orders. Sorry.
Alright, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
Deal. Stay safe, Captain.
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information from the Defiant's crew, but believe me, it's for the best. I'll monitor the situation here while you assist the Tholians. Do what you can to save them. Good luck. I've found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Keep an eye on things, Daniel. Let me know if anything changes.
Sensors show the interior of the Tholian ship is too hot for us. You will need to put on an EV suit before going there. There should be extra suits in that crate over there. It would be logical for us all to equip them.
Understood. Okay. Alright, we deactivate it. Let's beam over. I'm reading multiple knuckle hostiles, sir. They're all over the ship. Let's clear them out.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs. I'm detecting numerous Nakul life signs, and more are on the way. Nakul reinforcements are on their way to your position. Stay alert.
Let them come. Boarding party neutralised, sir. Ready to continue when you are. That's the fact they've updated this so you can actually see the heat of the ship.
Flagship just spiked. Something's wrong, and I doubt the Tholians are to blame.
Lieutenant, the Nakul triggered the ship's self-destruct sequence. We've got to shut it down and fast.
Stop the ship from detonating, but the Nakul. They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've done here is an atrocity.
Our work's not finished yet. This will explain that why the
remaining
Tholians do
Tholians are
something
close
very
to your
later in the
position,
game.
and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you.
Okay, speak with the Queen. She's not going to be in a good mood. Please don't kill me.
Humanoid command unit, why did you kill your kind? This is irrational. Explain.
That voice. We're not cool. We are from the United Federation of Planets.
Federation, Nakul. All humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Warring, then you leave.
We are not the same as the Nakul Majesty. We are not your enemy.
Those you call Nakul killed our people. Our children, all are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task.
What can we do to help? We fought the Nakul. We came to save you.
You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered. The colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Understood.
Continue to fight Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
We won't let you down. We'll get back into the ship before the Nakul dreadnought comes into range. Let's go.
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
We'll protect her while she works Daniels. That's the message must go out.
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like some straight answers for a change.
Look, Captain, my orders are need to know and
I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that.
Sounds like a flying Captain Green out.
Here they come.
Let's tackle that shit first. Otherwise, the conversation between me and my crew will look very stupid.
Lost our engines. It'll take a while for my chief engineer to work a few miracles. That dreadnought is coming in fast. My engineers are gonna need time. A lot more time.
Okay, Captain.
More ships inbound to our location. The alien dreadnought is concentrating fire on the Tholian flagship.
Die, you bastard.
Federation, you have proven you are different, rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Nakul will pay. The Federation will not. Now, vengeance for the slaughter of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... Yes! The timeline's correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... Oh no. The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the Nakul dreadnought!
Evasion maneuvers, green to Defiant. Get out of there.
Our engines are still down! We can't escape!
Captain, look at the Defiant. Perhaps a scan would be in order?
Scanning. I can't tell if there's life signs over there or not. Defiant appears to be phasing in and out of local subspace. Local space-time. The interaction with the local chronal energies from the phenomena from the proto-nebula has made this area of space very unstable and prone to rifts into other dimensions. Is there anything we can do to help? We might be able to get a lock onto a crew with the computer assistance and perform an emergency beam out, but we need to act fast.
No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make.
There has to be something we can do here, Daniels.
I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation, for the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony convoy.
See that you do. Let history never forget the name Defiant. All decks are reporting, Captain. We're ready to return to our time on your orders. Make it so. Speak with Daniels.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Well, it's cold comfort, but yeah, I kind of agree, but you know, I don't want to agree. Anyway. That is the both of us. That is the end of part 5. When we return in part 6, we'll be completing our time here in the.
We have a situation in the Caleb's.
In the here in the 23rd century, and we'll be whipping ourselves forward to the 25th century. Until then, I'm the Big B82. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 6 when we do the battle of Caleb 5, and we finally make our way to the 25th century. Until then, ciao for now.